Hello, I'm Adaway and welcome to an impression of a Hearts of Iron 4 mod. Today we're having a look at the mod called Hearts of Iron 4 A New World Order, which makes a couple of changes to the law system and little minor tweaks here and there. We're going to be playing as Hungary. I've played through a campaign a few years as Hungary, but we'll jump into that save game in a second. So it's a similar format to how we did the Netherlands mod video. So this mod, it changes laws. You can see you can press law is new, and they've separated recruitment law. They've broken it out into 6 different categories down here. The press law is a good thing, I think. Doesn't cost very much power to change it, so you can swap these around fairly at will to suit whatever particular thing you're doing at the time. So, for example, early on in a game as Hungary, you might want to justify an attack Austria, so you can change your press law to be aggressive to reduce the time it takes by 25%, which is, you know, it's just a couple of months at least, that kind of thing. Or if you're at war, you might want to have extra troops, so you do call for volunteers and get an extra half point on your recruitable population. So it's that kind of thing. You can change it around to get whatever kind of benefit you need at that moment, which I think is a nice little extra dynamic on the game. And then recruitment law down here. 6 different categories. You've got your standard conscription law, which you have from the base game. Healthy service exemption. So, for example, you know, just scraping the barrel, you're getting anyone into the army. But if you're on a healthy law, then you know they don't take people who are injured and crippled and so on. The further you go down this, basically, you gain recruitable population, but you gain training time and your factory output goes down and your research time gets nerfed down here. It's a similar trade-off to you have with the ordinary conscription laws. Extended service, you can have them do much more service, one soldier will do much more fighting. So veteran cycling, you get a reduction in training time and more army experience. But you get worse division attrition because they've been in the field for so long. I like this quite a lot because it simulates pretty well what actually happened historically. If you had one soldier fighting for too long, then you know they'd get fatigued and they'd be worse troops. They wouldn't just carry on being better troops. There's a good video by Lindy Bage, another YouTuber, on that subject that I am going to link in the description below this video. If you want to have a look at that, it's interesting. And then you've got enlistment age. This essentially constitutes a trade-off between having more recruitable population and less political power gain. So if you have age 19, you get 15% extra political power gain. That decreases down to nothing at age 16. And then if you go lower than 16, you'll get nerfs to your division recovery rate to simulate that there are children in your armies, basically. And then the next category, retirement age. The higher you put this, the higher the training time gets, with a similar trade-off for population that's recruitable. And then women's rights. This is a really good bit. I definitely should be in the base game at some point. The role of women was obviously an important part of the war effort in every country. You can change this so you can have, if you want, you can have women serving equally to men in the armed forces, or you'd have them as factory workers. This is probably one of the most powerful ones here because you can get 20% bonus to your factory output right at the start of the game. You know, that's equivalent to researching a level of the industry tech. So it's a powerful bonus, for sure. So I think we'll jump into the save game I've made, and we'll load it up. This is obviously after about 3 years of play. A lot's happened in that 3 years. It's a very strange game actually, because we're in the Axis obviously, and we've fought some wars. We're currently invading Greece down here, and we invaded France. And the strangest thing happened with Switzerland. I started a coup in Switzerland, a fascist coup, to try and get Switzerland on our side so we could get around the Maginot Line and this way. And what happened was the fascist Switzerland that appeared then joined the Allies, and then democratic Switzerland then joined the Axis, which is incredibly bizarre. So that happened, and then we all invaded France, and then Switzerland ended up getting all of these states here. to occupy, and Italy's got a big swathe here. So that was really quite strange. We were doing well over here, Hungary. We took Austria and Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia and Bulgaria, and now we're invading Greece down here. This should be pretty easy. So what we do with our laws, we did do women's workers to get that 20% factory output. So we've got age 17 enlistment law, and everything else has stayed the same. We haven't need to change it too much because our manpower is getting pretty low. But obviously, the nature of law, the recruitment laws, is that you're only going to use the dramatic ones to get lots of population when you're defending a lot and being beaten, which never seems to really happen. I've never had to use the really extreme manpower laws, except when I've been playing a small country and trying to get lots of troops on the field. But definitely the changes that this mod makes are good. I like them because they add a level of depth and a level of complexity without being tedious. Like it's fun. It's because it gives you, an extra layer of strategic choices that are interesting to make. It's not just like tedious busy work, which is the fear that you put too much complexity in a video game and it just becomes you get like tedious to just get through it all. As a lot of people said about Hearts of Iron 3, the order of battle system in Hearts of Iron 3, a lot of people didn't like it. I could never get my head around it. It's that kind of thing. Whereas here, the changes that the mod maker has made are positive. Got a call to arms from Japan here. Poland's capitulated. That was to Russia. Russia invaded Poland, which isn't good for the Axis really. That's interesting. This game has been quite strange. I've never known a game be kind of this wacky. Normally they tend to go in a fairly predictable fashion a lot of the time, but this one hasn't, which is cool. No, I don't want reactionary force to Romania. It's okay. I don't know what it is about the AI. It offers it to the player. Always to the player. Has to have the expeditionary forces, which is strange, I think. How are we doing here? We're stumbling a bit down here, trying to push forwards. Should probably get these divisions to push in. Just the Greeks. The Greeks are quite weak. They didn't have any divisions. See, and they've changed their government type, laws to nationalism, which gives them a big boost to national unity, 5%. Which obviously is what you're going to do if you're being attacked. You want to be able to carry on for as long as you can. They've started changing their laws. So this is really good here. I like how the AI does make use of it. Extended service now. They've gone to loose on that one. They've gone down to 16 there to get more manpower into the forces. I'm not sure if the game drastically increases the amount of manpower you have. I've got 10.5%. I think it would have done, but I think the clever thing that's happened is that the effective total manpower you see at the bottom there is being modified to 75% because of my manpower, my conscription law, which is limited conscription. That's not in the base game. That's a change. And I think it's clever because it stops the amount of manpower you have from just getting out of control with all the different modifiers. So that's really good. I like that a lot. Definitely. We're pushing through here now. This isn't too bad. So yeah, I think it's really, it's just a nice. It's not like a massive change to the game, but it's a nice little addition. More than anything, we've got a national focus to be done. We'll do paramilitarism, I guess. We've got German troops and Swiss troops helping us out here, which is interesting. Finland, I see Finland's going to get attacked by Russia now, are they? Fair enough. We've got 2 free factories. Building a lot of light tanks at the moment. Got 1.2 thousand light tanks in storage. Could do with building some more armoured divisions, I suppose. This goes over capacity slightly. With that 3rd armoured division has put him over. We're just cranking some out armoured divisions now. We haven't had any so far. We'll probably swap all our cavalry divisions over to be armoured ones. 150 feet of grease, I suppose. So yeah, it's interesting, yeah, and they feel nicely balanced. This is probably the best balanced mod I've played so far. The others weren't bad by any stretch of the imagination. But this one seems to have worked it out and thought ahead very nicely and balanced the changes out, which is good. Yeah, I wouldn't have at all wouldn't bat an eyelid if this came from Paradox, if it was another edition, which is awesome. Yeah, really good. I'm enjoying playing with it. Haven't really had a chance to make massive changes to it, but it's nice to be able to do little tweaks and eat the best out of your manpower. And it's a little bit of historical complexity, which is missing. The game is missing it in some places. Do I want your expeditionary forces? I'm not sure what Switzerland is being led by a federal council. I haven't seen that before. It's just a federal council is the leader of Switzerland. Give me control of this one. Oh. They gave it to me. Oh nice, now I've got Paris. How many factories is that giving me? It's giving me 8 military factories. That's nuts. Yeah, sure Hungary, just have 8 military factories, why not? What happened there? They broke the Ribbentrop Pact. Oh, I see, because they've created a puppet Poland, which isn't what they're supposed to do. Germany. Oh, we're at war with the Soviets now. Interesting. Okay, this is a bit concerning, because I have absolutely no troops on this border. Absolutely none. So we're at war with the Russians now. That's interesting. Romania's there, he help out. And Germany's got about 1 million divisions. Only 133. We're really ahead of time. I went to war with Czechoslovakia right in the start of sort of mid 1937, and that brought Britain and France in straight away, because Japan had been doing crazy stuff over in the east, and that had raised tension. We're smashing our way through the Greeks here. We have nothing we're really lacking. Could probably do with some more fighters. This is easy now. This should be a piece of cake now, guys. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much all I have to say on this mod. I mean, the changes are relatively minor so far. I mean, I don't think the mod is completely developed yet. I think the guy said he's still got other things he wants to do. I'm looking forward to it. Like what he's done so far is really good, really good. It's been nicely done. So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. This isn't going to be a let's play campaign at all, unless there's people who really want me to do it, then I could do from where we've started here, but I am not planning to. This is just a nice little look at a mod. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.